Hey, what's up guys, it's Innocence here, and today I'm going to teach you how to program Hangman using C# and Visual Studio. So as you can see, you just need to create a new project, a Windows Form application, and just call it Hangman, but I've already created it to save some time, and I've imported some picture boxes, or created them, and some labels with lives left, and a text box and 2 buttons, and I've also given them names like button underscore play and label underscore char 4, and the label for lives left is live value. Also, down in the description I've left a download link with a pre-written class but get words, and this contains 1,000 words which are all 6 characters long. Also the Hangman frame and the battle. Okay, so as you can see here, I have pre-run the getWord class, and what we're going to do is we're going into our play, and what we're going to do in play is basically every time we click play, it's going to generate a new word and start a new game. So first, I'm going to create a string here in the class, string called secret word, and I'm going to just leave it right there. And I am going here, I'm going to be like secret word is equal to get word dot word getter. Also, when you get the class, you have to put public static word getter and make the class static. Okay, so now it's going to get a new word and it's going to store it in secret word. And for debugging purposes, we're going to display that word in a message box, secret word. Okay, also we're going to create a new message box just to be like a new secret word has been generated, and just put in Hangman as the message box title. Also, we're going to create a new variable called int lives left, and we're going to create a bool called C1 guest, C2 guest, C3 guest, C4 guest, C5 guest, and C6 guest, and create a variable called 1. Okay, so we are going to set 1 equals false, and we're going to set C1 guess, C2 guess, C3 guess, C4 guess, C5 and C6 to false. So we're just going to create a new private void called resetter, and we're just going to resettle the 1 equal to false. We're going to set C1 guessed equal to false. We're going to set C2 equal to false, C3 guessed equals false, C4 equals false, C5 equals false, C5 equals false, and C6 equals false. Okay, then we're just going to call that method. So we're going to call resetter, and now we're going to do something else. We are going to split secret word into different characters. So we are going to make a new thing called char, and we're going to make C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6 for each char. So we're going to be like, okay, secret word, of course when we get it here, going to be like C1 is equal to secret word and then 0, because computers start counting at 0, and we're going to do that for each one. So just going to copy and paste it and be like C2 is secret word, 3 is 2, 4 3, 5 is 4, second, and C6 is C5. Okay, so now that we have done that, I think we have done everything for the button underscore play.click. So now we're going to create a guessing system, and this is going to be really simple actually. We're going to use if-else statement. So first we're going to check if the text box in which chart to guess is, and this one is chart to guess, we're going to check if it doesn't contain more than one character. And if it does, we're going to be like message box.show and alert the user, be like, you can put in more than one character. And then we're just going to give it a name again, so Hangman. Okay, now it's going to say the operator cannot be applied to operands, so we're going to be like dot length after it, and then we're going to put a semicolon there. Okay, now we're just going to create a guessing system, so we're going to be like if tb underscore chart to guess or secret word dot contains tb chart to guess dot text, then we're going to do something. We're going to look, okay, which char does it contain? So we're just going to be like if secret or c1 if secret word dot is dot text dot text please, or we are just going to be like if secret word, oh it's a string so we don't have to do dot text, is equal to, and then we're just going to be like c1 dot to string. Then we're going to do something. We're going to be like c1 guessed equals true. We're going to be like and then label underscore char1 dot text equals c1 dot to string, so the user knows, okay, that one is guessed. And also then we're going to do that for the next few, so we're just going to copy this like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're just going to be like c2 to string, c2 guessed, c3, oh, and I made a little mistake here, c2 right here, c4, c5, and c6. Same for this one, so c6, and then oh wait, this is 5 already, so c5, c4, also set the labels correctly, so we're just going to do it like this, and then here 5, 4, and this one is 4, and this one has to be 4, this one has to be 3, this one 2, and then right here, okay, everything here is right, at least when I look at it. Okay, so this is good. Okay, now when we click play, we have to set one more thing. We're going to set label dot live value, so that is this label right here. We're going to set that to dot text. We're going to set that equal to lives left, and that we're going to convert to string. Also, we are going to make this a constant because we don't want it to change. So put int const int, and then we're just going to give it 5. Okay, now every time we click play, it's going to reset live value, and now every time it doesn't contain TB chart to guess, we're going to create an else statement, and we're going to be like, hey, you did something wrong. So we're going to be like lives left minus minus. You could also do equals lives left minus 1, but this is quicker, so we're just going to be like lives left minus minus. The operand of an oh yeah, it's constant, so you can't change it. I was wrong with that. So we're just going to remove the constant, and we're going to update the label dot text, and we're going to set it equal to lives left again, and then dot to string. And now I also want to create another text box right here, and every time so we're just going to create a text box right here and just put it like here, and every time a user guesses a wrong letter, it's going to be put into that text box. So we're going to TB chart to guess, we're going to text box 1. Oh, I didn't change the name, so just change the name to TB underscore missed words or something, and we're just going to be like TB underscore missed words dot text, and then plus equals, not equal, because then every time it gets a wrong character, the user, it's going to set it to that, and it's not going to make a list of characters that were wrong. So we're just going to add TB underscore chart to guess dot text. Okay, so now we are going to check something every time when a user has guessed something. We're going to check if C1 guessed is equal to true, C2 guessed is equal to true, C3 guessed is equal to true, C4 guessed is equal to true, C5 guessed is equal to true, and C6 guessed is equal to true. And when that's true, 1 is going to be equal to 2. And when wrong is equal to true, if 1, we're going to display a message box called messagebox.show you have won and had, and then plus lives left, and then lives left, and we're going to give that Hangman here, just the name of the message box. Also, we're going to convert this to string. Alright, also we're going to need to put a plus sign right here, and now we're going to need to create something else. We are going to check if lives left, if it's equal to 0, we're going to be like, okay, you lost, click play to play again. And then so we're going to check if lives left is less than or equal to 0. Then we're going to be like, okay, messagebox.show you have lost, and we're going to set 1 equal to false. So then the user hasn't won. Also, we can maybe gray out the button underscore guess dot visible or something. We're can set that to false if you want to, and then here we're going to set it equal to true again. So button underscore guess dot visible equals true, like this, and we can just put it right here with the other ones. Okay, so now we're going to test out our application. So let's just take a look here. So this is our little game right here. C1 is equal to TB underscore chart to guess dot, and then it's going to be like right here, or we can just be like TB chart to guess is equal to C1 dot to string. Then it's going to, oh wait, I did it in the wrong one, but then it's going to execute this code. So just put this back here. So now we're just going to put it right here, and this is going to work. So I guess I'm missing one right here, or I put one too much here. Okay, so dot text and dot text. Okay, so we're going to do this and just put this here. Also right here, and we're going to put it right here, and we're going to put it right here. Okay, so now every time chart to guess, if secret word contains chart to guess, then it's going to check these statements, and it's going to be like tb chart to guess dot text is equal to c1 dot to string, and it's going to check every time if it's equal to this, and also then we have to change this to 2, 3, C4, 5, 5, and 6, and C5. Also now I'm just going to move this this right here. I'm going to move it to the guessing system, so only if we guess a new character that's right, it's going to check if we have one, and if it doesn't, we are just going, and if we don't guess the right character, only then it's going to check if we have lost. So right here, because if we're just putting it outside of the if-else statement, it's going to check each time, even when you guess the wrong character. But if you guess the right character, it's still going to check if you have lost. So now when we run the application, it's going to work, because when I click play and it's going to be like appeal and we guess it, it's only going to check. So as you can see, appeal, and when we have guessed everyone, it's going to say you have won and I have 5 lives left. And also now we're going to add a feature, and that's going to be the secret word was, and then plus secret word or is. Okay, so now the user can still know what the secret word was, and also when you can see when we click play and we guess the wrong character, it's going to be added right here to missed characters. So we're just going to put it in there a lot of times, and it's going to be like you have lost, the secret word was kettle. Okay, now we're also going to check something else. We're going to be like if tb dot misswords dot text dot contains, and then tb chart to guess dot text, then it's going to be like hey dot show. It's going to be like you have already guessed this word. You've already guessed, and then we're just going to add tb underscore missed tb try to guess the text, so the user knows, okay, I've already tried to guess that and I made a little mistake there. So now when we click play and its length, and we are just going to put in q, we're going to guess. You've already guessed q, and then it's going to add it right there, but we made a little mistake here because we were like, if tb misswords.txt contains tb misswords.txt, we need to do tb try to guess.txt. And also it's not going to, we can make a future that's not going to add it again. So just click play, helmet, which is going to put in q, and it's going to be like, when we click it again, it's going to be like, you have already guessed q. Still going to add it, but that doesn't really matter. At least for me it doesn't matter. Okay, so now we are going to test it one more time. We're just going to click play, critic, and we're just going to lose. So see, A is not in critic, so we're just going to put in A each time. A, and we're going to put in 8 because we can, an L, an M, an N. And now, as you can see, when we lose, it's going to say the secret word was critic. It's going to tell the secret word, and then it's going to make the guess button invisible. And then when we click play again, it's going to create a secret word. It's going to make guess visible again, so we can start playing again. So also we are going to need to reset the labels. So just put in label underscore 1.text and set it equal to the asterisk again. So we're just going to do that for each one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just put in 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now, as we can see, it's going to work perfectly fine. So we're just going to put in palace. Okay, A is in it, P is in it, L is in it, C is in it, and E is in it. You have won and had 5 lives left. And now when we click play again, it's going to create a new word. Okay. Also, we are just going to make the button invisible whenever we win. So 1, and then we're just going to make button underscore dot visible equals false. And this was our little project, creating Hangman in C#. Thanks for watching, and if you liked this video, please click the like button and subscribe, and suggest in the comments below if I should do anything else or program anything else. Thanks for watching and have a good one.